Hey, mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mic check, mic check, mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, check, 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 check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Hello, hello, hello. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey, check 1, 2. Check.
Graduates, please be seated. Good evening, Dr. Cascone, members of the Board of Education, distinguished guests, parents, friends and family, and most of all, the senior class. It's an honor and privilege to welcome all of you to the Holmdel High School 2022 commencement ceremony. At this time, I ask that all senior members of the choir please join your group up on the stage. Come on. Should flank me on both sides. I would like to begin tonight's program by introducing an exceptional young lady who has made a significant impact on Holmdel High School. It is with great pleasure that I introduce Ella Davis. Ella will be attending the United States Military Academy at West Point upon graduation. Ella will lead us in the salute of our nation's flag.
Everyone, please stand for the flag salute and remain standing afterwards for the singing of our national anthem by the Holmdel High School Chamber Singers. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Widen out again. Widen out.
Please be seated.
Thank you, Ella. At this time, a young man who has excelled in many areas, including the Performing Arts program at Holmdel High School, will introduce this year's choral performance. Nicholas de Blasi will be attending Seton Hall University, where he plans on majoring in broadcast journalism. Nick is an active member of the Holmdel Theater Guild and the Holmdel Choral program. Nick has a great sense of creativity, is a true leader, and an amazing young man. Please draw your attention to the chorus and welcome Nick and the choral group.
I'd like to start by thanking Dr. Kokoda for allowing me to talk on behalf of the choir. Very honored, and he's done a lot for me, so very thankful for him. Today marks the start of a new journey for us all. Although our high school experience has been anything but normal, we've learned to make the most out of our time together. The class of 2022 has managed to accomplish so much over a short period of time. Whether it was playing our hearts out on Bob Rogan Memorial Field or having a live audience back in the auditorium for the first time in 3 years, we've truly made the most of every opportunity that presented itself. And as the famous Irish blessing states, may the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be ever at your back. May the sunshine warm upon your face, and the rain fall soft upon your fields. May the road rise up to meet you. Whatever your road may it be an easy one, where you will prevail. As we all leave Holmdel High School and go on to achieve bigger and better things, seize your moment and leave your mark. May the wind be ever at your back. As we reach new heights in the outside world, wherever you end up, may you find success. May the hardships you face be at your back and help to propel you forward. Never let anything hold you back from achieving your dreams and aspirations. Learn from your mistakes and use these mistakes to become the best version of yourself possible. May the sunshine warm upon your face. Although you may face many hardships, never forget that there is always a light at the end of the tunnel. Things will become better no matter what, and there's a plan for each and every one of us. Never lose sight of your faith and keep living your life to the fullest. And the rain falls soft upon your fields. As we venture into different areas of the world, you may encounter slippery times where you can't seem to get your footing. These times could be extremely tough, and you might feel as though giving up is the best or easiest option. However, just know that you are a hornet through and through, equipped with excellent training. We have been prepared from a young age to be problem solvers and to make the most out of every situation. The rain that might show up in your life is nothing a Holmdel Hornet can't handle. We are capable of much more than we know, and it's easier for us than we think to close the door and to block out the rain we might experience in our lifetimes. And as the door is closing on our time together, let's remember the good times we've shared. From winning this year's Battle of the Classes to leaving a memorable mark in the arts, athletics, and academics. We've always put much effort into all that we do, and it's the spirit of the Hornet that keeps us going. Since the early days at Village School, we have been taught to not be a bucket dipper. And now that our time in Holmdel is near the end, we look back at those buckets that have since become full of school spirit. As a group, we've learned to battle through strong adversity. And like a wise man once said, we learned to take flight and overcome any obstacle on our path. Thank you. Take flight, Hornets.
Rise up to
A sincere thank you goes out to Nick and our students in the choir under the direction of Ms. Katrina Roberts for that outstanding performance. Next, I would like to recognize the distinguished members of the school district and our community who, through their continued efforts, create the support system necessary for our students to flourish. As I call your name, please stand to be recognized. If I could ask the audience to hold all applause until all dignitaries are called. Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Scott Cascone. Members of the Board of Education. Chief of Police, Mr. Frank Alaco. Principal of Indian Hill School, Ms. Alicia Faris. Principal of William R. Satt School, Mr. William Lochran. Director of Special Services, Ms. Amanda Lamoglia. Human Resources Manager, Ms. Elena Jomay. Business Administrator, Mr. Michael Pedrizzo. Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum Instruction, Dr. Jeffrey Charney. I would like to express my sincere appreciation to the Holmdel High School administrative team for their dedication and commitment to the students of Holmdel High School. Assistant Principal, Mr. Michael Ferrarisi. Assistant Principal, Ms. Angela Thomas. Supervisor of Math and Science, Ms. Alicia Colleen. Humanities Supervisor, Mrs. Janine Arciero. Technology Supervisor, Mrs. Karen O'Connell. And Supervisor of Special Education, Mrs. Cammie Goldberg. I would also like to recognize two of our dedicated teachers for serving as class advisors for the senior class. Thank you, Ms. Melissa Menges and Mrs. Nicole Halpin. A round of applause for our team, please. Thank you. Ambitious, artistic, respectful, and determined. These are the words that best describe Mary Briamonte. Academically, Mary has challenged herself by taking honors and AP level courses. Teachers have enjoyed having Mary in their class, and she consistently shares a profound understanding of the content and offers insight above and beyond what is asked of students. In addition to being a bright student, Mary is an extremely hard worker dedicated to success. She excels in varsity volleyball and extends herself to activities outside of school. Mary is committed to her community and has volunteered for a number of organizations inside and outside of Holmdel High School. Mary has a strong work ethic, understands the value of service, and knows how to balance and prioritize her academics with extracurricular activities. Mary will attend the University of Notre Dame following graduation. It is with great honor I introduce to you Mary Briamonte to deliver tonight's welcome address.
Welcome, friends, families, faculty, and graduates. It's been a long time coming, but we're finally here. I won't talk long because it's hot, and let's be honest, we all just want to finally finish high school. But before I start, quick MLA disclosure. After all, Mr. Dante would be disappointed if I forgot to mention that 107 of these words are definitely plagiarized. It's crazy. Some of us have spent 12 years together, and I still don't really know most of you. Some of you I've only ever interacted with this year, in which I thought to myself, what is this? Some sort of dork outreach program? Even still, it'll be weird not seeing the familiar faces again next year. In our 12 years, we've learned everything from Newton's laws of motion to Shakespeare's wisdom to the Founding Fathers' guidance. But we have gained so much more than that. We learned that the girls will always beat the boys in current event sweepstakes in Gelbke's class. We've rekindled our love of cutting and pasting when doing our comp books for Ms. Hoheb. We learned how to protect Tyra M. Burns from debt in financial lit, and how to make sure Bobby was breathing in first aid with Miss Emery. Bobby, are you okay? Then again, there were some things we spent hours memorizing under the pretense that we will use it in our future. I mean, in 12 years, that's probably the one phrase I've heard the most. Because in my future, I am most definitely going to need to know all the polyatomic ions, how mitochondria stores ATP, how to analyze 18th century poetry and divide polynomials, because these are things adults do daily, right? And even with all that knowledge, most of us probably still have no idea what we're going to do with the rest of our lives. It's all a part of the frightening concept called our future. When we were younger and people asked us what we wanted to do when we grew up, we would say things like president, professional basketball player, astronaut, or some of us, Batman. But now that we're grown up, we're asking ourselves, my God, are we going to be like our parents? As if, because we're ready. We've had high school. It may not have been worthy of a musical, but it was quite the roller coaster ride. We all may have had our burn books, maybe we're even in some, but honestly, we're all pretty bizarre. Some of us are just better at hiding it. It's strange how much we celebrate the first 18 years of our lives. It's like pretending there aren't 80 more left. But still, we never thought this day would come. High school graduation always seems like an infinite amount of time away. We prayed for its quick delivery, crossed days off our calendars, counted hours, minutes, and seconds, and now that it's here, I'm sorry it is, because it means walking away from some of the most unforgettable moments of our lives. AP Lit classes singing Halo for deadline extensions, hiding under tables in guidance, wearing pool floats in public, and striving to beat our previous scores in Zumbinis or Mission USA. I used to think that romanticizing high school was strange, but now I know that I will never be able to escape from these memories, and nor do I want to. High school is having friends we'll keep for the rest of our lives, and that means we really are all in this together. I'm sorry it's over, because we are leaving friends we have both laughed and cried with, and sometimes both at the same time. Teachers and faculty who have changed our lives impermeably and forever. And thank you, Dr. Kokoda, for being the greatest senior year principal we could ask for, and for teaching this class to take flight. So, no matter what your future plans are, carpe diem, seize the day, make your lives extraordinary. But please remember, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. Creative, witty, and personable are all words to describe the president of the National Honor Society at Holmdel High School, Aman Tolia. You may even remember Aman from his role in the musical, where he impressed us with his singing ability and dance moves. Aman will attend George Washington University following graduation. It is with great honor that I introduce to you Aman Tolia to deliver tonight's NHS President's Address.
Hi everyone, I'm Aman Tolia, the class of 2022's president of the Helen Ackerson chapter of the National Honor Society. It's truly surreal to have the honor of presenting to you on the very same Bob Rocky field, well, not anymore, but we played our last football game and celebrated our victory in the Battle of the Classes. But in all seriousness, I can't even begin to make sense of the past few years and how fast they've flown by. Even writing this speech, I struggled to find the words to characterize my thoughts without being cliche or cheesy like every other high school graduation speaker in the history of high schools. But I remembered a quote by Mahatma Gandhi that I'd forgotten I'd learned during a freshman project my freshman year. You must be the change you wish to see in the world. Gandhi was a leader who taught about the power of acceptance, love, justice, and honor. And sitting on the verge of independence, I started to think about how, as a graduating class, we can bring about change. After being a part of the Holmdel community for about 12 years, I am proud to say that I have found a group of friends who are loving, caring, accepting, supporting, and understanding. And as we depart from the Holmdel community and move on to bigger things, surround yourself with people that will help you reach your fullest potential. If you have the right motives and morality, there's nothing more honorable. So, back to the famous quote by Gandhi, you must be the change you wish to see in the world. Create an environment where you will strive to be a better person. Explore things you've never seen before, speak up for what is right, and maintain that honor that Holmdel students are expected to have after graduating high school. This achievement is a huge step toward a better future, one with challenges, accomplishments, realization, and motivation. With challenges, which is a normal part of life, remember this quote by another one of the most inspirational role models I've seen before. This for everybody going through tough times. Believe me, been there, done that. But every day above ground is a great day. Remember that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Aman. I would like to introduce an exceptional member of the senior class who will be acknowledging the students who have received either an honor or a scholarship this past year. Determined, independent, energetic, intelligent, and extremely motivated are the best ways to describe Valerie Geslack. You will always catch her smiling and engaging with everyone she encounters. She gives generously of her time and talents. Valerie will be continuing her education at Fairfield University this fall. It's my pleasure to introduce to you Valerie Geslack.
I know it's a bit unexpected to see me up here today. I haven't done anything extra special or been the best at any one thing in particular. I think what's most notable about me being up here today is that I was chosen simply for being myself. By being the most true and authentic version of yourself, you too can receive extraordinary opportunities. Don't cheat the world by pretending to be someone you're not. Life has no formula. Being a good student and doing everything right will not guarantee you happiness. Fulfillment isn't reached by simply achieving your goals. And as this would not be a graduation speech without a quote from a famous person, Jim Carrey once said, "I think everybody should get rich and famous and do everything they ever dreamed of so they can see that it's not the answer." Indeed, life is about moments. It's about the people we meet along the way. I hope you all will come to measure your successes not by the riches you acquire, but by the lives you influence. True success is having done our part to make the world a better place. Don't wait to begin living. Start right now. You don't need a college degree and a high-paying job to consider yourself successful. In fact, the Holmdel High School class of 2022 has proven time and again that success is attainable even as teenagers. To celebrate this, 1 week ago, an awards night was held to honor our distinguished seniors and their achievements thus far. Over 150 awards were presented to our class. Though success is not always something that can be written on paper, many of the grand accomplishments of our graduates were that night. At this time, would all the award recipients please stand? Please join me in a round of applause to congratulate our honorees on their incredible successes. You may be seated. Congratulations to the recipients and to the entire class of 2022. I hope you all find success by living the lives meant for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Valerie. I take great pride in introducing our next contingent of speakers, the valedictorians of the class of 2022. Intelligent, humble, compassionate, athletic, and extremely motivated, our Holmdel High School valedictorians have consistently remained at the top of their class all 4 years of their high school career. This group of students are AP scholars, scholarship recipients, and each are graduating with a GPA of 4.69. Their desire to learn and challenge themselves was shown on a daily basis, but perhaps what is most impressive about them were their willingness and their commitment to help others. With all the successes each has achieved, you would never know it. They were never one to boast or brag about their accomplishments. Each has quietly followed their own path and has done so with a strong work ethic. Their core values make them very well-rounded and, most importantly, very likable. Please join me in welcoming Holmdel High School's class of 2022 valedictorians, listed alphabetically. Mr. Andrew Height. Mr. Rayan Jawa. Ms. Margarita Liu. Ms. Riley Russo.
Hello. My name is Margarita Liu.
People, not like the drink or the pizza. People call me Margaretta, Maggie, Magsters, or most popularly, Marge. I am 25% of your valedictorians today, so I'll just jump straight into it. Parents, siblings, grandparents, aunts, nephews, esteemed faculty, Mr. Ferrarisi, Dr. Kokoda, and distant relatives that have been forced to come here. Welcome to the graduation of Holmdel High School's class of 2022. I sincerely thank all of you for your steadfast support through our high school experience, but most of all, I congratulate us, the class of 2022, for being here this evening and for having made it through these past 4 years. As freshmen, we were excited about what it would finally be like to be a high schooler, to have our own freedom. The seniors laughed at and intimidated us. The club fair stressed us out with the hundreds of clubs and teams that exist at this school. The hallways had us very confused and always lost, even though they are just shaped as one giant circle. In many ways, freshman year was nerve-wracking, but it was also an exciting glimpse into the opportunity and promise our future years of high school would bring. I miss it. I especially missed it when sophomore year began. Freshman year was daunting as we learned how to navigate high school, but sophomore year was stressful as what was academically expected of us sharply increased. Suddenly, all the upperclassmen warnings about sophomore year hitting you like a train made sense. When I wasn't stressed about schoolwork, I kept wishing, I just want a break. Maybe a little time off from school, maybe even a very long time off from school.
And Maggie's wishes kind of screwed us all over. Those two weeks off were nice at the start, but after the first month of the pandemic, our Google Meet camera shifted away from our faces and towards the ceiling. We shifted from our desks to pillows, and bathroom breaks became opportunities to take a shower or to both make and eat breakfast. I remember the paranoia of checking whether my mic was muted every 5 minutes, and the panic once I realized it wasn't. I remember the new species of boredom I discovered in 10-minute-long ed puzzles and AP classroom videos. And I can vividly recall the time when one of my classmates, on camera and unmuted, started making fried rice topped with an over-easy egg in the middle of a lesson. But eventually we got through the academically toughest year of high school almost entirely remotely, which I believe was only possible because of our unique capacity for collaboration and community. I moved to Holmdel in the 7th grade, and as the youngest member of our class, I was scared and extremely shy. I walked to my bus stop for the first time and prepared myself to be shoved into a locker or waterboarded in a toilet or whatever I saw in the Diary of a Wimpy Kid movies. But instead, I was welcomed into a group of friends and greeted by the rest of my classmates, who also gave me the weeks of notes I had missed. Because at Holmdel, there's no toxicity or competition, but rather a sense of collaboration and lifting each other up, which I think is evidenced by the fact that we have 4 valedictorians on stage today.
After all of the chaos of the pandemic, and after being separated from our fellow classmates and friends for over a year and a half, we were finally able to reunite again for our senior year. We returned to school with a renewed sense of passion for learning and an even deeper appreciation for our friends, teachers, and families. Our senior class made the very most of our final year, whether it be dancing until our feet felt numb at prom, losing our voices at football games, waking up at 4 a.m. for senior sunrise, or laughing uncontrollably with friends at the lunch table. We did all of this while navigating college applications, spending late nights proofreading essays, and anxiously awaiting our college decisions. We were able to embrace all of these moments, the difficult, the joyous, and everything in between, which assuredly taught us and shaped us into who we are today. In the end, the details of photosynthesis and the quadratic formula may fade, but the experiences, laughs, and tears will undoubtedly remain with us forever. And with the day of graduation now upon us, many of us are finally realizing that time is racing past in the blink of an eye. We can languish in time's rapid passing, or we can instead view it as an exhortation to live with urgency, tenacity, and bravery. In the words of Gordon Sumner, when you reach a certain age, you realize that life is finite. You can be obsessed by that, or you can say, I'm going to appreciate every moment to its maximum potential. And HHS class of 2022, I encourage all of you to understand that time is indeed precious and fleeting. And rather than letting this fact upset you or even frighten you, let this motivate you to seize each and every opportunity and to live presently and boldly in everything that you pursue.
Good evening, everyone. Before I begin, I want to start off by thanking Andrew, Rayon, and Margarita, and all of our speakers today for their wonderful words. On behalf of all of us, we would also like to thank our families, friends, Dr. Kokoda, Mr. Federici, Ms. Thomas, Ms. Menges, Ms. Halpin, Dr. Cascone, members of the Board of Ed, and all of the incredible faculty here at Holmdel High School for their endless support throughout our time here. Students, staff, families, and friends, thank you for gathering here today to honor the class of 2022. I am so honored to be one of your class valedictorians. And to the class of 2022, congratulations. While this is a very exciting time, there is also a looming sense of both anticipation and anxiety for the uncertainty to come in the following months. After graduation, our lives will never be the same as they once were. Quick drives to get ice cream may turn into plane rides. Sitting in your friends' backyards may take months of planning around busy schedules. You will embark on a new journey and leave Holmdel High School behind, and through this, you will inevitably acquire both new memories and new dilemmas. If there is one thing that I can thank high school for, it would be for showing me that it is more frightening to be complacent than it is to take risks. Thus, my mantra of the year has been, do what scares you the most, because it might be exactly what you need. Graduates, I know that you and I are fully equipped to take on the challenges that lie ahead, because we hold the power to choose what we get to do with our lives every day. To be quite honest with you all, I stand here with you all today only because I faced my fears and did things that I did not initially think I could do, like taking classes I initially told my parents I was going to fail out of. Although, yes, the grades in our classes mattered, in retrospect, what matters the most is the character traits we have developed because of them. The risks we have taken throughout high school have prepared us for the risks that are to come. And in times of tribulation, instead of thinking, what if it doesn't work out? Why do we not choose to focus on the notion of, what if it does? But graduates, through all of this, do what scares you the most. My fellow classmates, we are the future, and the future is not possible without making conscious efforts and striving to better our community in small and in big ways. This is just the beginning, so I cannot wait to see what we all accomplish, and together we can devise a plan to transform the world around us. Congratulations, class of 2022. We did it, and thank you.
Stay here. Stay up here. Thank you. I would like to present you with this plaque that acknowledges your success at Holmdel High School and your participation in tonight's commencement ceremony. The plaque reads, Andrew Height, valedictorian. The plaque reads, Rayan Jawa, valedictorian. The plaque reads, Margarita Liu, valedictorian. The plaque reads, Riley Russo, valedictorian. It is my pleasure to introduce our next speaker, who has earned the honor of salutatorian for the class of 2022. Kate Yashmanov is polished, poised, personable, and persistent. Throughout her 4 years of high school, she has not only excelled academically, but she has matured and grown personally. She is a member of numerous clubs and activities. Her cheerful demeanor, responsible attitude, scholastic achievements, and athletic commitment have made her a model student. Please join me in welcoming Kate Yashmanov.
Thank you, Dr. Kokoda, and thank you to our valedictorians. I'd also like to thank our wonderful teachers, friends, family, and administration for helping us get here today. So, last night, in preparation to write this speech, I consulted Urban Dictionary for the definition of salutatorian, and it states, the person who just missed being valedictorian by a few GPA points, a very miserable person indeed, second place, or more like fifth place, is just first loser. But tonight, no one here is a loser, as soon we will all leave one last time as graduates. So unfortunately, all I've got for you is a story. Picture this. You're 8 years old. First, you see the ads on YouTube. Then you see real people wearing them at ShopRite, Costco, Justice. Everyone and their mom has a pair, so of course you have to buy them. Skechers. Pristine, perfectly clean, and just colorful enough. You wear them everywhere because you've convinced yourself that they go with any outfit. You wear them to your friend Rachel's house, to Starbucks, to your orthodontist. You're the epitome of fashion, the definition of style. Everyone is so jealous. Then you notice a stain, and another, and oh my God, my shoes are disgusting. It's probably from the gym, or spilling my frap, or forgetting them at Rachel's, and it's not coming off. The stains are here for good. Now, you don't have anything to wear at the winter concert, and you're stressing out because you don't understand. I've been living in these shoes for weeks. I don't know what to wear. These shoes are me. Nothing else beats my Skechers. Although I've just described what is a child's worst nightmare, this is also what I'm told life as a 20-something is like. A continuous cycle of finding a new obsession, thinking this is your life's true passion, and fixating on it for some time before a dramatic end eventually nears. A cycle of birth and rebirth. And I've got to be honest, it sounds terrifying. But there's hope, because you soon force yourself into a pair of flip-flops. They'll do. They don't really give sugar plum princess, but your music teacher will have to be okay with that. After a period of grief, you realize that they're pretty cute and much easier to clean. This tragedy introduced you to the world of heels, of Nike, of flats, and of clothing stores other than Justice. And thus, your life truly begins. The experiment that eventually results in the creation of you begins. The trial and error begins. The constant state of cringe, the fake reassurance turned insecurity, the self-hatred turned self-love, and the fear of making a wrong choice, and the understanding that there is none. You'll come across many shoes over the course of your lifetime. Some flip-flops, some Skechers, some that you'll take with you while backpacking in Europe, and some that are falling apart but you still refuse to let go. Some you'll save forever, and many you'll forget. Shoes change, people change, you change. Embrace whatever shoes you're wearing, whether that be the pair of Converse you've designated your frat shoes, or the heels you present your senior thesis in. But don't forget to get rid of the ones that you also no longer need. Embrace every pair, because they've all gotten you here today, and they'll bring you onto your next adventure tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Kate. I would like to present you with this plaque that acknowledges your success at Holmdel High School and your participation in tonight's commencement ceremony. The plaque reads, Kate Yashmanov, salutatorian. At this time, I would like to ask our yearbook editor-in-chiefs, Evelyn Engel and Cassidy Harris, to join me at the podium for the yearbook presentation. Evelyn and Cassidy have done a tremendous job as editor-in-chief of the yearbook staff. I'm so proud of the work they have done this year. Ironically, both Evelyn and Cassidy will be attending Rutgers University in the fall.
Hi, everyone. First off, I wanted to thank Miss Evans and Miss Fox. They were an extremely large part in creating this yearbook and did a fantastic job keeping everything organized. I feel that the yearbook is an extremely large part of every high school, and it holds countless memories of over the past 4 years that should never be forgotten. Thank you so much. On behalf of Ms. Evans and Ms. Fox and the entire yearbook staff, I would like to present to you Dr. Kokoda Volume 51, Seasons of Change 2022, Holmdel High School Yearbook. Thank you.
Thank you, Evelyn and Cassidy, for your diligence in producing such an outstanding yearbook. I'm sure when your classmates look back upon their high school years, many fond memories will come to mind when scanning through the words and pictures. I'm honored to be here tonight as the principal of Holmdel High School, celebrating the graduation of the class of 2022. For me, graduation is a very special event. It is one that represents the goals and accomplishments of each and every student here today. Graduates, as you embark on new challenges, I applaud you on achieving this important milestone in your lives. You are ambitious, dedicated, driven, and compassionate. I encourage you to continue to be independent thinkers and make good decisions on what you believe to be right, rather than following the actions of others. Please listen to a story of an admirable man who represents our theme today. He failed in business in 1931. He was defeated for state legislator in 32. He tried another business in 33. It failed. His fiancée passed in 35. He had a nervous breakdown, how I felt making the decision to move inside, in 36. In 43, he ran for Congress and was defeated. In 48, he tried again and was defeated once again. He tried for running for Senate in 55 and lost. The next year, he ran for vice president and lost. In 59, he ran for the Senate again and was defeated. In 1860, the man who signed his name, Abraham Lincoln, was elected the 16th president of the United States of America. President Lincoln did not give up on his dream. He strove for success. He was a man who had the courage to follow his heart and his intuition. I chose to reference Abraham Lincoln's life to illustrate the message that one should always look towards the prosperity of the future. We will most likely all experience roadblocks or obstacles along the way. When we learn from our past success and failure, we can make good decisions and ensure our future is prosperous. Can you only imagine if the cancel culture of today's era got to President Lincoln before he could ascend to the point where he became president? The persistence of President Lincoln is nearly matched by the class of 2022. The class of 2022 knows well the power of persistence. In a few minutes, all of you will walk across this gym as newly minted graduates of this school district. Before you do, however, it's my privilege to say a few words about the path ahead. That privilege feels even more special than usual this year. It's an honor to speak to the great class of 2022. Tonight we celebrate the exceptional achievement that is graduating from Holmdel High School, but it must be mentioned that in doing so, you have overcome challenges that none of us could have imagined when you began your studies here. If I had to name one quality that mattered across the many dimensions of achievement and talent as seen in this graduating class, it would be persistence. The ability and drive to keep going when things get hard. All of us go through difficult times. To achieve our goals, we have to find ways to continue even when obstacles seem insurmountable or endless, or pressing onward feels exhausting, daunting, or just plain dull. Persistence is, I must admit, a rather unglamorous virtue. Modest though as it may be, however, persistence is at least as important to achievement, including academic achievement, as are many more celebrated characteristics. We applaud your persistence, your talent, your achievements, and your aspirations. Finally, graduates, let your sense of self be your guide. It is very easy to lose your way when things get tough. Set forth on the path of persistence, keeping your dreams in sight, and do everything in your power to achieve success. Guests, this class has distinguished themselves over the past 4 years in all facets of their school and personal lives, achieving dreams, large and small, along the way. Academically, this class has done exceptionally well, earning countless scholarships and will be attending some of the finest programs, colleges, and universities in the fall. Our students involved in visual performing arts have been recognized throughout the county and state. Our clubs and activities have flourished with a high level of student involvement in this class. and our athletes have won numerous titles and championships and earned college scholarships. Graduates, I am extremely proud of you. I will miss you, and I know that you will continue to find what you are passionate about and pursue it with vigor and a sense of purpose. I have no doubt I will be hearing about your success as young adults as doors continue to open for you. Congratulations to the class of 2022. It is now my honor to introduce the Superintendent of Holmdel Township Public Schools, Dr. Scott Cascone. Dr. Cascone, I present to you the candidates for graduation, the Holmdel High School class of 2022.
Before I start my remarks, I just want to extend thanks and appreciation to all of you assembled today, graduates included, for just the grace and understanding that you demonstrated with our 11th hour pivot inside. So greatly appreciated. I think the way in which you've handled it says everything about this community and much to be proud of. How about a round of applause? Good evening. On behalf of the Board of Education, I would like to once again welcome families, friends, administration, staff, dignitaries, and last but not least, the graduates of Holmdel High School. It is an honor to be addressing this assembly today in recognition of the commencement of the class of 2022. My time walking the path with you has been relatively brief. However, in this short time, I have observed a group of young men and women who are accomplished, composed, and amongst whom exists a strong camaraderie. Today is unquestionably another important and perhaps the most significant milestone in your young lives. These times and meaningful transitions and ritualistic passage happen so quickly. And if you'll pardon the pop culture reference, thanks, Mary, it is Ferris Bueller. In the words of Ferris Bueller, life moves pretty fast, and if you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. It would be easy for me to presume what today means for you. However, what is most important about today is what meaning you attach to it. What have the last 4 years meant? How have you grown, changed academically, personally? What is it about the next phase of your life to which you are looking forward to most? Over the course of human civilization, for centuries, even millennium, societies have devised ways to mark and memorialize in perpetuity important milestones and events in both collective and individual histories. How will you mark and memorialize today? How will you ensure that this moment in time does not dim and fade with the years? I would encourage you at some point in time over the next several days to think and maybe even write down or record your reflections about the last 4 years, its highs, its lows, thinking about this day, this moment, how you feel, with whom you are seated, and how you envision the upcoming period of your life, to create a psychological time capsule, if you will. In essence, what I'm suggesting is mindfulness, to be present and conscious in the moment, and not simply for milestones and momentous occasions like this one, but each and every day. There are small triumphs, milestones, and even miracles to be celebrated and remembered. Too often at the end of the day, we dwell on, for example, transgressions either committed or received. How often, however, do we dwell on the positive? As I have grown older, maybe wiser, I've come to believe that there is no practice, no trait that is more integral to personal satisfaction and success than mindfulness. Mindfulness not only brings us in closer touch with our own feelings and realities, but those of our fellow human beings, making us and those around us better in continuous symbiosis. One could argue that there are few things on which all people agree. However, I think one thing is that the last 4 years went really fast. And if you don't agree, I know that your parents will. Time only seems to go faster and faster the older you get. What makes time seem to go more quickly is our perception, which is impacted and shaped more significantly each day with technology. We are bombarded with and consume so much content in real time that I would suggest that it has a way, paradoxically, of disconnecting us from the moment and from those around us. And so I challenge you. Will you remember who you were sitting next to 30 years from now? Will you remember how you felt today? Will you remember about your upcoming college experience and our career. I would suggest that if 30 years from now you can remember those things, then you will likely also have found personal satisfaction in your life. And so I'm happy for you and your families, so happy. I wish you all the best for a safe and restful summer, and nothing but the greatest successes as you move into your post-secondary endeavors. I look forward to learning of the many forthcoming accolades and achievements of this outstanding class. And now the moment you've all been waiting for. By the authority vested in me as the superintendent of Holmdel Public Schools, I hereby certify that you have fully satisfied the requirements prescribed by the New Jersey Department of Education and are eligible for graduation from Holmdel High School. So, congratulations, thank you, and stay mindful, Hornets.
Thank you, Dr. Cascone. I ask for the members of our esteemed school counseling team to come to the podium and read the names of our graduates. If I could ask, please hold your applause until all names have been read. Thank you. Seniors, prepare for graduation.
Dylan Abundante. Zaina Abu Suleiman. Juliana Christina Alola. Paige P. Ali. Jessica D. Almonte. Louis Anthony Ambrosio. Isabella Antonacci. Lucas Arciola. Kenzie Atia. Pari Aziz. Anaval Bajpai. Ashley Barbarino. Jessica Barker. Jared Battaglia. Savario Bodner. Henry Booty. Kathleen Bossert. Sean Brescia. Carly Brew. Mary Briamonte. Gianna Buffa. Joshua Burke. Isabella Cabrera. Lawrence Kai. Ava Calcaterra. Bryce Calhoun. Olivia Calhoun. Isabella Campbell. Michael Ryan Cardasi. Richard Francis Corella. Derek Chan. Andrew Chen. Ying Chak Jamie Chang. Hua Sunny Chung. Thomas Michael Chisowich. Stephen Ciervo. Kimberly Morgan Kafrida. Evan Cohen. Ryan Conlin. Michael Conti. Aaron Cork. Gisela Adelaide Kubis. Alana Cushing. Connor DeSaro. Ella Davis. Marcos De Morais. Isabella D'Amatos.
Nicholas de Blasi. Anthony Charles DeMaio. Olivia Drapa. Sophie Drapa. Katia Duong. Luke DuPont. Minar Elkader. Fatima Elkaloy. Evelyn Engel. Gary Edelmeyer. Alexander Sebastian Faz. John Fanzini. Ava Fazzino. Robert Federico. Abby Therese Ferguson. Genevieve Fernand. Kyle Nathaniel Fernandez. Alexa Rayanne Fernandez. Elliot Galicchio. Jaden Gallo. Mega Ghana. James Ganurki. Valerie Geslak. Rabin Gamir. Mia Giamenko. Nicole Gong. Patrick Gross. Cameron Margaret Gearin. Eric Golko. Dia Gupta. Peter William Haney. Robert Patrick Haney. James Edward Hanley. Cassidy Harris. Valerie Heifetz. Andrew Justin Height. Tiffany Ho. Thomas Jacopino. Isabella Jarufi. Rayan Rai Jawa. Anton Kalajian. Kyle Kapsis. Dmitry Kapernov. Brianna Hatchatorian. Jonathan Kim. Shelby Kim. Heidi Kiss. Matthew David Kissler. Allison Klein.
Eve Koenig. Ayush Koirala. Juliana Kolbasovsky. Peter Tristan Komasinski. Aiden Kwong. Nuha Lababidi. Mark Labib. Aiden Lagana. Molly Robinson Lakritz. Tyler J.T. Lambert. Maya Monica Lipinski. Kate Lautenberg. Amanda Lito. Melissa Ingrid Lee. Christopher Leon. Olivia May Levine. Christopher Lee. Brandon Liao. Alexander Lihoshva. Beatrice Lynn. John Vito Lobafaro. Elias Lukopoulos. Margarita Liu. Milena Lucarelli. Catherine Martini. Juliana McCormick. James Mecca. Joshua Majorata. Louis Majorata. John Mendini. Alec Mialenko. Sophia Maglino. Adriana Emma Morales. Shane B. Morris. Mia Sky Munafo. Isabella Naparano. Matthew Joseph Nessen. Natalie Eng. Sydney Need. William Nicholas. Giovanna Rose Nero. Christian Noguchi. Caitlin O'Brien. Aaron Ga Ming O. Jackson Pax Olinsky. Jenna Aros.
Kristen Teresa Palmer. Avery Peters. Devin Peters. Jacob Pearson. Isabel Pigot. Alex Poon. Jacob Pearson. Paulina Porcelli. Riley Prevost. Alex Price. Justine Jolie Prophet. Abigail Pukin. Maximus Rafla. Gavin Rahab. Shruti Sankar Raman. Luna Ramos. Isobel Rose Rampula. Natalie Rebello. Sophia Rebello. Joseph Ritchie. Nicole Rice. Anthony Zdravko Rostovsky. Madison Rivera. Bianca Rizzo. Cara Robertelli. Adriana Roberts. Grace Addis Roden. Catherine Alexa Rokos. Daniel Rothschild. Benjamin Nathan Reutman. Francesco Russo. Riley Russo. Grace Isabella Sakudis. Antonio Salerno. James David Salzano. Benjamin Samet. Ali Sami Kamel. Kira Santana. Thomas Sardo. Emily K. Savarese. Cassandra Schmidt. Ashley Schneider. Darren Serbecci. Alice Marie Shagalova. Ria Shaw. Shaylee Shaw. Haroon Sheikh. Kenzie Sheriff. Haley Sharp.
Adham Shahada. Angela Shen. Paige Singer. Jacqueline Abigail Saradik. Madeline Snodgrass. Marina Solomon. Kevin Song. Adina Rose Sosa. Alyssa Stewart. Ryan Stewart. Catherine Grace Sabatic. Leffen Margaret Sun. Tyler Rick Taddeo. Serena Chaiwen Tang. Eleanor Tepper. Audrey Tresorero. Aman Ritesh Tolia. Antonio Sampanides. Jared Euclid. Julia Valenzuela. Dante Valaire. Anastasia Vanderwoody. Cassandra Van Meter. I'm going to say Cassandra Van Meter one more time. Catherine Vasilakos. Michael Vesley. Juliana Vitolo. Michelle Wolfman. Katrina Wallier. Ethan Wan. Leon Wang. Faith Wareham. Sophia Weiner. Jonathan Wen. Nathan Williams. Alexandra Woji. Brendan Warabell. Nicole Warabell. Alan Wu. Melody Wu. Madison Yan. Kate Yashmanov. Yasmin Naz Yilmaz. William Yankowski. Sandy O. Youssef. Brandon Yu. Elise Yaitseva.
Round of applause for first counselor, Ms. Jennifer Jordan. Mrs. Jillian Chandler. Mr. Joseph Flores. Mrs. Lori Bona. Miss Nicole Wilson. Our farewell address will be delivered by Haroon Sheikh. Haroon is a dedicated, enthusiastic, empathetic, and humble young man who has had such a positive impact on our student body in his time here. Haroon is a natural leader and has demonstrated his abilities in positions he held throughout the school, from captain of our running teams and the leadership positions on the student advisory board. He has high expectations of himself, and he is aware that the decisions he makes now may affect his future. He is competitive, both academically and athletically, and brings integrity to all endeavors. Haroon has been able to balance his demanding academic schedule with his diverse extracurricular activities while still making time for service to his school and community. As a young man with a strong sense of character, extensive leadership experience, and thoughtful and caring nature, we know he will accomplish great things. We wish him well as he continues his education at Georgia Institute of Technology. Please welcome Haroon Sheikh.
Respected teachers, esteemed Board of Education members, administration, families and friends, and of course the class of 2022. I want to begin by thanking the graduating class for allowing me to serve as your student body president these past 4 years. It has been a true privilege, a tremendous honor, and I thank you for the incredible opportunity. Today may be the end of our journey here at Holmdel High School, but is the start of a new era for all of us. It's on days like this where we take a moment to pause, look back, reflect on everything we've accomplished, and look into the future for what is yet to come. When I look in front of me, I see one of the most well-accomplished classes in Holmdel High School history. In front of me today, we have some of the hardest working athletes who won state titles. We have national merit scholars, student researchers who founded novel ideas and information, gifted and talented musicians and artists. Every single one of you has made tremendous accomplishments. But let us not forget the challenges we endured the last 4 years. We have certainly faced adversity, that Friday the 13th that changed our lives forever. We were heartbroken as our lives were put on a pause and a blanket of uncertainty covered our future. We didn't know when we would ever return to normal. But it's not the adversity we face that defines us. It's not the challenges that knock us down that define us. It's what we do in the face of adversity and how we get back up that defines us. The way we face the challenges brought on by a pandemic, I have no doubt that this class is ready for the world that lies ahead of us. When our favorite events were canceled and we were learning from home, we persevered and ensured that we would not be stopped by this challenge. In the face of this adversity, we continued to persevere and also give back to our community through the countless of hours we volunteered and the thousands of items we donated as part of charitable drives. The way we react to this uncertainty defines us as a class that is determined and is willing to do anything to help those around us. With a class with this many accomplishments, it is important we recognize those who made this possible. Let us thank the guidance counselor that helped us navigate the daunting world of college applications, the teachers that poured their hearts into their lessons, the custodians and hall monitors that made our school a safe learning environment, the coaches that pushed us past our limits. Let's take a moment to give them all a round of applause. When I look in front of me, I see a group of responsible and resourceful members of our community. Class of 2022, as you embark in this next chapter of your life, aspire to serve your communities and make an impact. For me, the best memories of high school was feeling that I belonged in this community and that I made a positive impact on those around me. Whether it was cheering on our class during a pep rally or volunteering at the First Aid Squad, the joy from being involved in your community is something that never gets old. I encourage all of you to remain active members of your communities and ensure that you have a positive impact on those around you. Most importantly, remember the words of Dr. Kokoda, take flight, Hornets. Thank you, class of 2022. Congratulations and good luck on your future endeavors.
Thank you, Haroon. As your final task as senior class president, please guide the class through the transferring of the tassels.
Class of 2022, will you please stand? Move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations, you are now graduates.
This concludes our graduation ceremony. Thank you for coming, and congratulations to the class of 2022. Flight taken.
Tell everybody the wrong different plan.
I sent them I got a message time.
They're parking in a different place than you. You gotta go inside. Okay, so take a picture.
Ladies and gentlemen, graduates, please note that SATs will be your entrance for project graduation. SATs will be the entrance for project graduation.